Yoja Osa Satan Jiwe Dosi Lo Asama Hito Egahan Jiwidan Zio Sila Wondasa Chaino. Better it is to live one day virtuous and meditative than to live 100 years immoral and uncontrolled. This stanza is very famous stanzas in Dhammapada. 30 bhikkhus together with Samkicca Samanera stay in forest monastery by practicing meditation diligently. They also made agreement within them to practice meditation diligently, not to meet even without meeting each other, without any reasons. Is it? While they are staying in this forest monastery by practicing meditation in this way, from one village, there was one poor man. He was living depending on one of his daughter. Then he had shortage of food in his daughter's house. Maybe his daughter also become poor. Then he still have another daughter in another village. Is it? Then he decided to go to another daughter's house in another village. Then he is on the way to his another daughter's village. Then 30 bhikkhu and Samkicca Samanera also enter into the village for ants food. Then after collecting the ants food, they went to the rivers to take shower, take a bath. After taking bath in the river, then they try to eat their meat on the the beach or river, on the sand, is it? When they are eating their meat near the river, then the poor man also reached this place and he paid homage to those 30 bhikkhus respectfully. Then bhikkhu, all 30 bhikkhu also understood this poor man is very hungry now by observing what we are eating, is it? Then, oh, Dagaji, are you hungry now? Yes, Bhante. Oh, okay. If you are very hungry, then please go and take the leaf from that tree. Then he also go and take the leaf from the tree. Then beginning from Mahathera, they are also eating the foods. Then they also share their foods to the poor man. Then all 30 Thera, okay? Beginning from Mahathera, then another Thera, second Thera, third Thera, in this way. Then he also got the same amount of food in his leaf. Then he also ate his food in one place. After having his meat together with the Bhikkhu Sangha, then he paid homage to the Theras, the bhikkhus. Then after that he asked, Bhante, you have a lot of delicious food today. Then do you have invitations from devotees' house? Then they explain, oh, Dagaji, we don't have any invitations from the devotees' house. We obtain such kinds of delicious food every day. Not only today. We are eating such kinds of food every day. Many devotees from the village offer such kinds of foods to us every day. Then he thought to himself, oh, we are working very hard every day. Although we try to work very hard every day, we didn't obtain such kinds of food. I never see such kinds of delicious food in my life. Then he decided, I will not go to my daughter's house. I will live together with Bhikkhu Sangha. I will make my livelihood dependent on those Bhikkhu Sangha. Then he also requested to stay together with them. Then according to his request, then the Bhikkhu Sangha also allowed him to stay in the forest monastery together with him. Then he followed the Bhikkhu Sangha to the monastery. Then he is also very good man to do Vyawaja for Bhikkhu Sangha. Is it? Oh, they are also Sankappiya. They are very good. They can do Vyawajas for Bhikkhu Sangha, Siali, and also the monastery. At that time, many Bhikkhu and Siali love them. Is it? They also support each other. They also do in this way. If they are lazy, they don't like. Is it? Then why you stay in the monastery without doing Vyawajas for Bhikkhu Sangha or something like this? But this man is very diligent person. He work Vyawajas diligently. That is why every Bhikkhu like him. Whatever necessary in the monastery, then he do service for Bhikkhu Sanghas. Is it? Then he stayed in the monastery in this way. What happened? Before staying in the monastery, they missed the monastery to stay. They also request. Is it? And the Bhikkhu Sangha accept. Then when they accept, they stay together. After 2 months, what happened? This is natural or not? Is it? After 2 months, staying together with Bhikkhu Sangha, then he missed his daughter. Oh, I wish to go to my daughter. If I ask permission from Bhikkhu Sangha, they will not allow me to go to my daughter's house. Then he decided to leave the monastery without taking permission from Bhikkhu Sangha, quietly. Is it? Then, according to his decision, then he went to his daughter's house without taking permissions from Bhikkhu Sangha. This is his big mistake. Is it? He lived depending on Bhikkhu Sangha. Then if he wished to go somewhere, he should ask permission from Bhikkhu Sangha first. But now, okay, then he left the monastery without asking permission from Bhikkhu Sangha. This is his big mistake. Then me, for example, in our monastery, if someone lived in this way without asking permission from responsible teacher or officer, etc., then how to do? Then very difficult to accept in the future again. Is it? Then we put in the blacklist. Okay, if this person comes to the monastery again, don't accept like this. Is it? This is his big mistake. Then to go to his daughter's village, then he need to cross one thick forest. There are also 500 thieves, 500 robbers in this forest. Then they also promised the Deva from this forest. Actually, whether there's a Deva or not, not sure. According to their tradition, is it? We will offer the human beings flesh and blood to you, whoever come to the forest here. Is it? They promised the Deva, the god in the forest. Then they are waiting, someone to come to the forest. Then nobody comes, already 7 days. Then, the chief or the robber, then he also climbed up the tree. Then he observed here and there who is coming to the forest or not. At that time, unexpectedly, this man is coming to the forest alone. Is it? Then when he reached the forest, people coming here, okay, they also prepare the fire. Like some places, like how to call the many human beings in the forest. If human being run from the village or city came to the forest, then they arrested. Is it? They seize this person and also put on the fire. They are offering these human beings to their god, their deva. Is it? In the same way, now they prepare the fire, very big fire, with the firewood and also leaf. Then when this man come, then they also took this man, they also seat this man and tie with the rope. After that, this man says to them, "Oh, you have very big fire. What do you want to do? Do you want to cook some deer or some kinds of pig? I don't see any animal around there." "No. Now we will put you on the fires to offer to our deva in the forest." Then he was afraid of the death at the time. Then, what happened? Although he stayed together with Bhikkhu Sanghas, with the support of Bhikkhu Sanghas for 2 months, then he should understand the gratitude toward the Bhikkhu Sangha, is it? But at that time, because of fear, because of he fears the death, is it? He was afraid of the death. That's why. Then he remembered Bhikkhu Sangha. "Oh, if you wish to offer your deva with the human being's flesh, meat and the blood, then I am the, only remaining food eater. My flesh and the blood will not be pleased to your deva." There are 30 bhikkhus around in this forest who are living. Actually, they ordained coming out from good families. Some are from royal families. Some are from high-class family. Then if you offer their meat and their blood to your deva, then your deva will be pleased with their flesh and blood. Then you should go and ask. Then the chief or the leader or the robber also thought, "Oh, this means is correct." Then, "Okay, please show the ways to this monastery. We will go and seize them." Then this man also showed the ways to the monastery. Then they went, 500 thieves together with this leftover food eater went to this monastery together. When they reached at the middle of the monastery, then the leader, they don't see any bhikkhu. They don't see any bhikkhu around this. At that time, the leader of the robber asked the poor man, "Where are the bhikkhus? I don't see any bhikkhu here." Then he stayed in this place for 2 months. That is why he knows the agreement of the Bhikkhu Sangha. They have the agreement, Katika Vata. They will practice meditation by staying in their kuti without meeting each other. That is when they are practicing meditation in their own kuti without coming out from their kuti. Is it? Then that is why they know, okay, they are practicing meditation. That is why they don't come out from their kuti. If you want them to come out, then you should strike the bell. Then they will come out. Then according to his instruction, the leader of the robber also strike the bell. Then because of the bells ring, then many bhikkhu sangha also come out. Oh, there must be some bhikkhu may have some reason. That is why he strike the bell. Then they also come out to the middle place or the monastery. Then at that time they saw 500 thieves together with the leftover food eater. At that time, then the Mahathera asked the leader of the robber, the thieves, why did you strike the bell? Bhante, we want one of the bhikkhus from your monastery. We promise our devas to offer the flesh and blood of the human being. Is it? That is why we want one bhikkhu to offer to our deva. Then at that time, Mahathera says to them, okay, if there's any dangers among our group, within our group, then this problem will comes to the eldest bhikkhu. I am the eldest bhikkhu in this monastery. That is why I will follow them. Then you should continue to practice bhikkhu's dhamma without being negligent. Is it? Without being heedless. Then he says, then I will follow with them. I will abandon my life for your group. When the Mahathera says to them, then the second Mahathera also said, Bhante, if there's any danger, we should offer our life for our elder or our younger brother. That is why no problem, I will follow them. Then if they want to take my flesh and blood for their deva, no problem. I will abandon my life for you. You just practice meditations here. Then in this way, one by one, up to 30. Nobody allow anyone to follow together with the robber group. Then finally, Samkicca Samanera, young Samanera, he also stand up. Then he says to all bhikkhu, Bhante, this is my times. I will follow them. Although they want to offer my flesh and blood to their deva, then no problem, I will follow them. Then you just remain here and practice meditation without being heedless. Then when he says in this way, then Bhikkhu Sangha also says to the Samanera, oh Samanera, although all 30 bhikkhu die because of the robber, we will not let you die. Then they says like this, why Bhante? You are Venerable Sariputta's Samanera. If you die because of us, then Venerable Sariputta, our elder brother, will criticize us. You brought my Samanera, then you let him die under the robbers. Then Venerable Sariputta will criticize us. We cannot bear with this. That is why we will not let you go there. Then we will go. Then Samanera also says, Bhante, the Buddha asked your gurus to go to my Upajjhaya, Venerable Sariputta, because of this reason. Then Venerable Sariputta also asked me to follow your group. This is also because of this reason. Now this is coming. Don't worry, Bhante. Then you just practice meditation here. Then I will follow them. Then he requests again and again. Finally, then they cannot prevent the Samanera. Then Samanera also pay homage to them. Bhante, if I have any mistakes towards you, then please forgive me. Then after paying homage to the 30 bhikkhu, then Samanera follow together with the 500 robbers to their forest. Then, before leaving, Mahathera also reminded the leader of the robber, "Oh, chief leader of the robber, oh Dagaji, when you are preparing, the stick or the fires to offer the Samaneras to your Deva, then you just prepare, what in the absence of the Samanera, you should put the Samanera away from the firewood. Then if he see your preparations, then he will be afraid of this." Then he also ordered this one. He also reminded the leader of the robber. Then according to Mahathera's request, when they reached their forest together with Samanera, then they put Samanera a little bit far away from there. Then they are preparing the fire, leaf, and also the steak, etc. Is it? Then after that, what will happen? Then they will offer the Samaneras to their Deva by after killing like this. Then when they are preparing the fire, leaf, and steak, etc., then Samanera was entered into Jhana Samapatti and Phala Samapatti. Is it? Then after preparations, then the leader of the thief went to the Samanera's place. Then he take out his swords from his sword from the house of the sword. Then what will happen? Kiss of the sword. Then with one time, then he trying to cut Samanera's head with his sword. Then what will happen? His sword bent and done without cutting Samanera's head with his sword. Then he got confused. What happened? Then, maybe I didn't properly cut his head. Then he tried to cut again with his sword. Then that time, his sword split like the fan leaf. Like the fan leaf, is it? Without cutting the Samanera's head. Then the leader of the robber thought to himself, my sword is very sharp. Even I can cut the stone, very big stone or very big tree with one time. But now, although I'm trying to cut Samanera's head, then the first time it bent. Now, also, the split like the fan leaf. Then even my sword also knows the Samanera's quality. I didn't know the Samanera's quality. Then he was afraid of the Samanera's miracle. At that time, then he threw his sword onto the ground, and then he bowed down to the Samanera. After that, Pandit, please forgive me. Even my sword, there's no consciousness in my sword, but he knows your quality. It knows your quality. I didn't know your quality. Please forgive me. Then he also says in this way, is it? Then after that, he also says, Pandit, our group stay in this forest because of money. We want to make money. Is it? That is why we are living here. Even 1,000 people came to this forest. When they saw our group, they are afraid of us. They ran away immediately. Is it? Although they see our group from far away, they are afraid of our group. They dare not to come to our groups. They run away. But you are here. You are alone within our group, although we trying to kill you with our sword, but you are not afraid of the death. What is the reason? Your, the face is also very bright. What is the reason? Then he asked these questions to the Samnera by reciting one stanza. Tasa te nati bidatan Maymyo wono basirati kasamana bridewasi ewa rupe mahapaye. Samnera or Bande, when you are not afraid of the death, your, the face, the complexion is very bright. Although you are experiencing such kinds of very big danger, why you didn't cry? Then he asked this question to the Samnera. Then when he asked this question to the Samnera, then Samnera also emerged from jhana, Then he tried to give the Dhamma talk to the robber group. Then the leader of the thief, Kina Swasa Ada Bhavanama, she said Tapida Bharavya Hoti. For Arahanta, those who don't have kilesa, the five aggregate, five kanda is like Bhadan. For example, someone brings one very heavy burden on their head. Then at that time they want to throw down this burden from their head. Is it? In the same way, Arahanta have their five aggregate. Arahanta don't have attachment to this five aggregate. They think this five aggregate is like burden on the head. He says this one. By saying this, so does mean Bhajandewa, Nasandewa, Tosadewa, Nabhayati. Although this five aggregate despair or without despairing, no problem for Arahanta. They are not afraid of this. They are pleased to this. They are happy with this one. Is it? Then when he, by reciting the two stanzas to the leader of the thief, he also gave orders to all leaders by reciting two stanzas in this way. Then Arahanta are not afraid of the death. Although they pass away or although they are alive, no problem. If they pass away, they think their burden, they throw their burden like the burden on the head, like this. So no problem. Then they are not afraid of the death by abandoning the burden on the head. When he gave this order to the robber group, then what will happen? They look at each other, all look at each other. Then the leader of the robber, the thief, asked his disciple, how should we do? What do you want to do? Then they also asked their teachers again, what do you want to do? Then, since I see the Samnera's miracle, I have no intentions to continue to stay in Householder's life. I will ordain under my venerable. Then we also wish to ordain under this venerable together with you. Then all 500 thieves requested for their ordination. Then Samnera also they have their clothes. Usually they wear the white clothes during this time. Is it? Then they apply with the clay. They apply they dye their robe with the clay. Then become like the dyeing rope. Then they shake their hair with their sweat. Then Samkicca Samnera gave 10 precepts to them. Then they become like ordained persons, not really Samnera yet, is it? Ordained person, but here use Papejan Yajindu. Then also the Sila. Anyway, then they taught 10 precepts from Samkicca Samnera. Then they also wear the dyeing robe. Then they become disciples of Samkicca Samnira. Is it? Samkicca Samnira. Like now big Samnira or Siali, like this. Then, after becoming the ordained persons under the Samkicca Samnira, taking those 500 bhikkhus, returns to the Jetavana monastery to meet his Upajjhaya in the Dhammapada. Then before returning to the Jetavana monastery, he thought, I should go to the forest monastery to meet the 30 bhikkhus. If I directly go to Jetavana monastery without meeting them, then, their mind will not be stable. They are very sad. When I follow the robber group, they also cry. Many bhikkhu also cry, full of tears. Tears also come out from their eyes. Now I should go to meet the venerable first. Then, together with those, 500 Samaneras, then he went to the forest monastery. Then at that time, Bhikkhu Sangha also surprised. Oh, Samanera, you got your life. They couldn't kill you. Then they also explain, yes, Bande, I gave orders to them. They tried to kill me, but they couldn't kill. Why they cannot kill? Then Samanera is Arahanta. He also entered into the Samapatti, etc. At that time, although they tried to cover the Samanera's body with the Sineru mountain, it is impossible to kill the Samanera. Commentary Athakatha mentioned in this way. Is it? Enter into Samanera with the determination, a daytana. That is why, if you wish to be powerful like the Samkicca Samanera tries to attain Jhana Samapatti or Phala Samapatti, etc. Is it? Then if you have such kinds of power, then although they try to kill you, then you cannot die, like Samkicca Samanera. Is it? Then he also explains to the Bhikkhu Sangha. Then Bhikkhu Sangha also, they are happy with the Samanera's condition. After paying homage to the 30 Bhikkhu, the Samanera went to the Venerable Sariputta. When Venerable Sariputta saw his Samanera, oh, Samanera, you got 500 disciples, is it? Yes, Bhante. Yeah. Okay, then you also show your disciples to the Buddha. Yes, Bhante. Then he also went to the Buddha together with his disciples, 500 disciples. Then when the Buddha saw Samkicca Samanera, then the Buddha also asked, oh, Samkicca Samanera, you have 500 disciples, is it? Yes, Bhante. Then he also explained all the story to the Buddha. Then the Buddha also asked, Bhikkhave Tommakan Chorakaman Katwa Dot Sile Patethaya Wasasatan Jiwana Dor Idani Sile Patethaya Ega Diwasambi Jivitan Seyor. Bhikkhave, no? The bhikkhus, you live by doing theft, is it? Then you have no sila, no morality. Although you are living for 100 years without sila, without morality, then you observe sila only one day. Then your living is better than 100 years without morality and meditating or seeing this. The Buddha recited this stanza. Yoja wasa zadanji we dosi lo asamahito egahan jivitan seyo sila wondasa jayino. You see, this stanza is very easy to recite. You trying to recite this one, is it? Yosa wasa zadanji we dosi lo asamahito. One person is living for 100 years without sila, without meditating. Then ekahan jivitan seyo sila wandasa jaino. Another person is living by observing sila and by practicing meditation only just for one day. Then which one is better? this person's living is better than the other person's living. The Buddha says this stanza to the 500 bhikkhu. At the end of the stanza, Samkicca Samanera's disciple 500 bhikkhu became Arahanta together with analytical knowledges. Is it? Yeah. Although they were thieves before. Then when they meet the Buddha, then they became Arahanta together with analytical knowledges. Is it? It is very beneficial. Then after that, Samkicca Samanera, when he became 20 years of his age, then he also became a bhikkhu. Then finally he got 10 vasas. Then he can be upachaya for another bhikkhu. That time, he also have his nephew, Adhimotta Samanera. Adhimotta Samanera, his sister's son. He also ordained as a Samanera under the Samkicca Samanera. Then, when he has about 20 years, at the time, to make sure, he asked his disciple Adhimotta Samanera to ask his parents, how old is he? 20 years already, fully 20 years or not? Then please go and ask your mothers, you have 20 years, fully 20 years or not? If you are 20 years, then you are ready to be ordained, something like this. Then Samkicca Bhikkhu, now Samkicca Bhikkhu asked his nephew Samaneras to go to his mother. Then the same way, then he went to his mother's village by passing the very thick forest again. There are also another 500 thieves in this forest. There are many forests, robber group, is it? Robber groups. At the same way, at that time, they also seized the Samaneras to offer Samaneras to their Deva. Then at that time, Adhimotta Samanera also freed the Dhammas to 500 robbers. Then because of order of Adhimotta Samanera, then they also released Samanera without killing him. Then but one day, don't tell any people we are here. Then Samanera also keep his promise. Then he went to his parents' village. Then his parents are also coming to this way to pass this forest. Then Samanera met his parents on the way. Then he promised the robber groups not to test. They are here in this forest. That is why Adhimotta Samanera also kept his promise without telling his parents. Then his parents also continued to go to the forest. Then, the robber seized his parents. Then at that time, they tried to torture his parents to offer to their Deva. Then, that time, his parents also cried by shouting, "Oh, my son Adhimotta Samanera didn't tell there are robbers in this forest. Although we are coming here, why he didn't tell?" Something like that. He is the same idea with the robber, something like this. At that time, the leader of the robber also heard what they are saying. Oh, then Adhimotta Samanera kept his promise. Then they revere the Adhimotta Samanera. Or they are also the Adhimotta Samanera's parents. Then they also release Adhimotta Samanera's parents without killing. Then they also revere and respect the Adhimotta Samanera. They approach Adhimotta Samanera and ask their ordination. Then Adhimotta Samanera also got 500 thieves as his disciple, like Samkicca Samanera. Then he also brought to his upachaya Samkicca Bhikkhu. Is it now Samkicca Bhikkhu? Then after that went to the Buddha. Then the Buddha also recited the same stanzas for the Adhimotta Samanera and his disciple 500 bhikkhus. At the end of the stanza, those 500 bhikkhus also became Arahanta together with analytical knowledges. Okay, by listening to only this stanza, 1,000 become Arahantas together with Patisambhita Jnana. Oh, this is the story of Samkicca Samanera and Dhammapada Samanera from the Dhammapada. You know, this stanza is very beneficial. Then you recite it, then trying to observe, to have pure morality and also to practice meditation diligently until you realize Nibbana. If you try to break your sila, then remember this stanza. Is it? Then if you are lazy to practice meditation, remember this stanza. Recite a few times. Then after that, go and practice meditation diligently. Try not to break your sila. Is it? In this way, then you will be able to attain Nibbana. May you be able to attain Nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.